Life is like a game of poker. You can't control what cards you're dealt, but how you play them is your choice. Free will is not about choosing external circumstances, the family you're born into, the financial situation you're born into, or whether or not you're born at all. Life deals you cards all the time. You don't always get to choose those, but you always choose how to play them. That's your free will. Being dealt bad cards alone doesn't equal losing. The win or loss is determined by how you choose to play them. There once were two twins, their father, an abusive alcoholic, equally abusive to both of them. One of the twins became an abusive alcoholic himself. The other twin became a successful entrepreneur, never had a sip of alcohol in his life. If you asked them why their life played out the way it did, why they are who they are today, both would tell you about their childhood, about the abuse they suffered through their alcoholic father. But it wasn't that circumstance that shaped them, it was their response to it. How you interpret and how you respond to things shape your entire existence. That's what your life depends on, not on the circumstances themselves. The starting point of your life, certain experiences and the outcomes of your life are predetermined. But there isn't only one option. There are multiple ways your life can play out. These options are life paths. The starting point is the same for every one of your life paths. Each life path includes certain predetermined experiences and certain outcomes. The person you are, the actions you take, the attitude you have, determine on which ones of those life paths you're on. You can, and probably will, switch between them throughout your life. That's where you exercise your free will. Let's look at this example from one particular person. Their starting point was poverty. Their life paths are being in either the top 1% or the bottom 1% of people. Those options are predetermined for them. Everything in between the top and the bottom is not an option for them. It's not one of their life paths, and therefore they won't even consider or gravitate towards that option. They might be in the middle for a short amount of time, but only as a transition. That phase will be different for them, compared to someone who has the middle as an option. To simplify this, let's say ending up in severe poverty or becoming a millionaire are the predetermined options for this person. This person will naturally want to become a millionaire and have the potential to do so. But most importantly, they will be willing to actually go through whatever it takes to get there, unlike those who want just the result, excluding all the other stuff that comes with it. They will also gravitate towards things that will lead to them ending up in severe poverty. Which one of those options they get and how they get there is their free will. How you respond to situations, people, and circumstances which might be predetermined based on the life path you are currently on can shift you onto a different life path or keep you on the one you're currently on. Some things are predetermined and some things you create yourself. An unfavorable starting point does not dictate the outcome. Your response to it does. Someone who was born into a financially okay family, far away from rich, but not on the verge of poverty, is more likely to choose to continue living a life like this. They are okay. They could be a lot better, but they could also be a lot worse. So why risk it? Many people like this genuinely don't even care about becoming a millionaire. So that's probably not one of their predetermined options. That's why they don't gravitate towards it at all. They don't even consider that as an option. They will also have less or no potential to do so. If you want it, you can have it. That's why you want it. But someone who was born into poverty, who knows the pain of those circumstances, they have nothing to lose. They already are at the bottom. It can't get much worse, but it can get better. The pain of those circumstances can become the drive to create a better life, to do what others wouldn't dare to risk. But they could just as well become a victim to those circumstances, drown in self-pity, and refuse to do anything with their life. Ultimately, it's not the circumstance that leads to this person ending up in the top 1% or the bottom 1%. It's their own response to those circumstances, their interpretations of them, their attitude towards them. The only thing you can truly control in life is yourself. Desperately trying to control other people or external circumstances not only leads to your own suffering, but it creates even more unfavorable circumstances. On the other hand, if you control yourself, meaning your attitude, how you interpret and respond to things, or more specifically your mind, you'll create more favorable circumstances for yourself. That's the paradox. But you've got to let go of controlling the external. By accepting that everything outside of you is not within your control, you actually start to control the external, at least to a certain extent. That doesn't mean all your circumstances will be amazing all the time, but usually you won't feel like life is continuously throwing bricks at you. Your mental state will improve, your well-being will improve, and therefore, your quality of life will improve. If you're stuck in traffic, there is nothing you can do to control the traffic. Why make yourself worry? Why get angry? That won't change anything. You'll only make yourself feel bad. If there is nothing you can do about a situation, let it go. If you can do something about it, do it. Free will is about making choices. You always choose, even if just within unchosen circumstances. You can't control the current, but you can control how you steer your boat.
Warning. This is a simplified concept. It does not fully apply to certain circumstances like abuse, trauma, etc. Make use of your critical thinking and discernment. Everywhere, not just this chapter.
Nothing outside of you can truly hurt you. It is your own interpretations of those things that do. Your mind always interprets things. The interpretation is often automatic, based on things like past experiences and conditioning. But you don't have to blindly accept those interpretations. You can reevaluate. Otherwise, you don't experience life as it is, but your cognitive biases. Imagine you are walking down a park. There is a group of people. They are laughing. Now your mind steps in and adds interpretations. They are laughing at you. That's the automatic interpretation of your mind. But someone in the group might have told a joke. Whenever your mind adds interpretations to things, look at it from different perspectives. If you know for certain that they laughed at you, obviously stand up for yourself, but re-evaluate how that makes you feel in addition to what your mind adds to it. Why does it matter to you? Are you content with who you are? If so, why do you add value to what other people think about you? If you aren't content with who you are, change it. You got bit by a dog. Your mind adds interpretations to it. Dogs are aggressive. Dogs bite. Dogs are dangerous, etc. But if you re-evaluate those interpretations, you might realize that the dog might have bit you because it was scared of you. The dog did not want to hurt you because it's a vicious creature. It was just trying to protect itself. You lost the job you hated. Now your mind adds all these things to it. You're a loser, you won't be able to pay rent, your life is over, etc., etc. But actually, it's just a job. One you did not even like in the first place. You can get another job. You can now start the business you wanted to start. Your next job might be better, it might be worse, but you can't know for certain. Don't cling to the negatives your mind makes you think. Don't cling to the positive interpretations either. Detach. Embrace the uncertainty. You can always change things and grow. There is no need to make yourself suffer through your own interpretations. We oftentimes suffer more in our imagination than we do in reality. A ship doesn't sink because of the water around it, but due to the water that gets inside of it.